All right, so you did it. You got the brand new Quest 3. It's awesome, right? But now your wallet is probably feeling a little light and you're staring at an empty game library. Well, the good news, you don't have to spend another dime to have an amazing time. Let's get right into it.
Look at this. We've done the math, and seriously, we have found a whole bunch of top-tier VR games that are easily worth over $200. But for you, your price is zero. Zilch. Nada. We're going to get your Quest 3 library packed with amazing games, and it's not going to cost you a thing. You've got the hardware, that beautiful piece of tech, so let's get you the software to make it sing. That whole empty library problem? Consider it solved. We've basically gone on a treasure hunt for you, and, well, we found the gold. Okay, first up, let's talk about the big ones, the social cornerstones. These aren't just games. They're more like entire universes where millions of people are hanging out. If you're new to Quest, these are the ones you just have to download.
And we have to kick things off with Rec Room. Come on, if you've heard of even one free VR game, it's probably this one, right? It's been a giant in the free-to-play world for ages, and there's a really good reason for that.
So the key thing to get here is the genre. It's all about social and user-generated content. What does that mean? It means Rec Room isn't just one game. It's a universe of games, constantly growing, all made by the players themselves.
I mean, the variety is just nuts. One minute you're in a super intense paintball match, the next you're on a fantasy quest with your friends. Or you could just spend hours exploring millions of rooms people have built. And yeah, full disclosure, you can buy cosmetic stuff if you want, but you can literally play forever and have a blast without ever opening your wallet.
Okay, next up is a game that is an absolute phenomenon. Seriously, this thing went viral and basically created its own little subgenre of VR gaming. You know what I'm talking about? It's Gorilla Tag.
And just look at those reviews. Over 172,000 of them. The popularity is just undeniable. This isn't just some game, it's become a huge part of VR culture. It's just pure, chaotic, hilarious fun. You really have to try it to get it. So what's the big deal? It's all about this thing they call monkey locomotion. Forget joysticks. You move entirely with your arms. You're literally pulling and pushing off surfaces, flinging yourself through the air. It is a workout for sure, but once it clicks, it is so intuitive and just ridiculously addictive. It's basically the most fun game of tag you will ever play.
All right, maybe the whole social hangout thing isn't for you. Maybe you're here for some serious, high-octane action. If that's you, you're going to want to listen up. Because you might think free means cheap or low quality, but no way. These next games are top-tier competitive shooters that feel like they should have a $60 price tag.
First up in the competitive ring is Veil. This one has been making some serious waves because of how polished it is. It's all about skill-based shooting. I mean, overwhelmingly positive for more than 67,000 people. That really says it all, doesn't it? The community adores this game, and you can tell it was built from day one with competitive esports in mind. So what makes Veil so special? It's just that level of polish. The visuals are crisp, the guns feel fantastic and realistic in your hands, and the whole game is built around that tight, tactical 5v5 combat. Seriously, if you're a fan of games like Counter-Strike or Valorant, and you want that same kind of strategic thrill in VR, this is the one. Download it.
All right, next up is a game that has a huge following and let's just say a very unique twist. It's called Animal Company. Just picture a fast-paced hero shooter, but you're not playing as soldiers. You're playing as super-powered animals with big guns. Yes, you heard that right.
And again, just look at the reviews. We're talking almost 200,000 overwhelmingly positive ratings. People love it because it's not just another shooter. You're using these crazy animal abilities to get around and get the drop on your enemies. It makes for this really fun, chaotic, and super addictive gameplay loop. If you like action, you've got to give it a try.
Okay. Maybe you're not looking to get all sweaty in a competitive shooter. That's totally cool. Let's switch gears completely and talk about some sims and sports. These are games where you can just chill out, live a different life for a bit, whether that's hitting the basketball court or trying out a pretty weird job.
First in this category is what is pretty much the free basketball experience in VR. It's called Gym Class. And let me tell you, this is no simple little minigame. We're talking a full-on, proper basketball sim.
With almost 90,000 overwhelmingly positive reviews, you know the physics and the feel of the game have to be spot on. People praise it for being a fantastic simulation, but you know what? It's also just an awesome place to hang out with your buddies online and shoot some hoops. Super chill. And now for something totally different.
Have you ever been in that airport security line and thought, man, I could do this job? Well, guess what? Now's your chance. This is Airport Security Guard. This is just a perfect example of a wonderfully weird, super fun single-player game. It's a sandbox sim, and it is weirdly satisfying to play. Tens of thousands of people agree, rating it overwhelmingly positive. It's honestly the perfect game for when you just want to zone out and do something different. No multiplayer stress.
All right, our last game today is something I think is really special. You know, so many VR games are either multiplayer arenas or feel like short tech demos. It is so rare to find a complete, story-driven, single-player game that is 100% free. This one is a real hidden gem.
It's called Cactus Cowboy Plants at War. And look, don't let the cartoony style fool you for a second. Underneath that, this is a full-blown shooter with a whole story all set in a world of warring plants.
And hey, don't just take my word for it. Check out this quote from the developer. They said they were sick of VR games being short, glorified tech demos, so they just went ahead and made a full 5 to 8 hour story-based shooter themselves. They actually did it, and gave it away for free. It's such an amazing passion project, and it absolutely deserves a place in your library. Whew! Okay, so we've got social worlds, hardcore competitive shooters, chill sports sims, and a full-on single-player story. That is a lot of awesome free stuff. So the big question now is, where do you even start? Which one do you download first?
Let's make this super simple. If you're a social butterfly and you want to meet new people and just mess around, your first download should be Rec Room or Gorilla Tag. Easy. If you're a competitive ace who wants to test your skills, you need to download Veil or Animal Company, period. If you just want a totally new and different experience, go try Shootin' Hoops in gym class, or hey, check some bags in Airport Security Guard. And finally, if you're a solo adventurer who wants a great story to sink your teeth into, it's got to be Cactus Cowboy.
And there you go. An entire library of fantastic games, and you didn't have to spend a single penny. The free game scene on the Quest is just better than it's ever been. But now I gotta turn it over to you. What's your favorite free game? Did we miss a gem? Drop it in the comments and let us all know.